engineer who was appointed to the oil ministry in 2009. I will not accept the injustice and the atrocities, he says, by a regime that is suppressing the demands of the people for freedom and dignity. Like many reports coming out of Syria, this one could not be independently verified. Low-ranking members of Syria's ruling Ba'ath Party defected early in the uprising last year, and low-level army soldiers continue to defect to join Syria's anti-government rebels. Activists say this latest defector is now in hiding. Kelly McEvers, NPR News, Beirut.
The hunt for thousands of fallen American troops missing from a conflict fought 6 decades ago is about to resume in North Korea. The effort is expected to pick up next month. It is described as purely humanitarian, but Pyongyang is getting millions of dollars in U.S. food aid. The U.S. is also trying to coax North Korea into nuclear concessions. The development is the result of so-called Track 2 talks in Beijing. Suzanne DiMaggio with the Asia Society says it's been a chance to learn about the country's new leader, Kim Jong-un.
Meeting with the vice minister who is leading the North Korean delegation for these Track 2 talks is an opportunity to have and gain some insight into what the current government might be thinking, what they'd like to see going forward in the 6+2 talks.
North and South Korean diplomats involved in 6-party talks are in the U.S. this week trying to break the ice. North Korea's positive outreach to Washington has taken U.S. diplomats somewhat by surprise. The National Weather Service says the largest solar storm in 5 years began hitting the Earth early this morning, around 5:45 Eastern Time. It has the potential to shake the Earth's magnetic field. The massive cloud of charged particles could disrupt some utility grids and airline flights. This is NPR. More needs to be done to keep young Americans from using tobacco. NPR's Rob Stein has more on the Surgeon General's latest report.
In the new report, the Surgeon General calls tobacco use a pediatric epidemic. 1 out of every 4 American high school seniors smoke cigarettes. Most of them will become adult smokers, and half of them will die prematurely as a result. To fight this, the Surgeon General says the nation has to reinvigorate its battle against tobacco. The anti-smoking campaign needs to focus on teenagers and young adults. That means doing a lot more to counter the billions of dollars of tobacco usually spent on advertising and other tactics. The Surgeon General says that might include public service ads, higher taxes on cigarettes, and more smoking bans. Rob Stein, NPR News.
A little more than 3% of European Union companies are chaired by women, and boardrooms are just 14% female. On this International Women's Day, Terry Schultz reports EU leaders are debating legislation to address the inequality.
Non-EU member Norway requires by law 40% female representation on company boards, and it's achieved 38%. Several EU countries have followed with legislation, including France and Belgium, and now the EU is debating whether all 27 members should be forced to include females in leadership positions. Justice Commissioner Viviane Reding last year asked for voluntary improvements and got such a tepid response. Now she's threatening binding quotas. European Parliament President Martin Schulz says through an interpreter, lawmakers are in favor.
3.2% of company directors are women, even though 60% of all university graduates are women. I think those figures speak for themselves.
Parliament will officially consider their proposal on Monday. For NPR News, I'm Terry Schultz in Brussels.
I'm Jean Cochran, NPR News in Washington.
Support for NPR comes from the U.S. Oncology Network. More than 1,000 oncologists united nationwide to help patients fight cancer at usoncology.com.
For KAWC News, I'm Michelle Faust. As some Native American tribes have become wealthy with casino profits, they've been buying land expanding the size of their reservations. But these efforts are stirring controversy because once the private land becomes part of the reservation, it's no longer subject to local taxes or laws. From our Fronteras desk in San Diego, Adrian Florido reports.
To get to the Sequan Indian Reservation in eastern San Diego County, you drive a narrow, winding 2-lane road past shady groves and a rural school. At about 700 acres, the reservation is one of the county's smallest. But in the last decade, the Sequan tribe of Kumeyaay Indians has bought about 2,000 acres of surrounding land. And now it's asking the Federal Bureau of Indian Affairs to designate 1,300 of those acres as reservation land, nearly tripling the reservation's size and making those 1,300 acres sovereign Indian territory.
Historically and aboriginally, that was all their territory. They were then isolated on this one small reservation.
Adam Day was hired to manage the tribe's operations. He says it's long had dreams of expanding.
If not for the success of the casino, this tribe certainly wouldn't be in a position to acquire property.
In 1934, Congress passed a law to make all this possible. It allows the federal government to take private land owned by tribes and add it to the reservations, a transfer called fee to trust. But for much of the 20th century, this rarely happened. Many tribes were desperately poor. Then, tribes built casinos and became wealthy fast. Now reservations across the country are getting bigger because tribes can afford land for the first time. For some tribes, this is steeped in symbolism. They say they are reclaiming land they lost during generations of Indian relocation. But it's also good economics. Reservation land isn't subject to property taxes or to local building restrictions, and that's where they've met resistance.
Unfortunately, we've not had a seat at the table, and the impacts are very serious on individual communities.
Diane Jacob is a member of the San Diego County Board of Supervisors. She represents a large rural swath of the county, which includes most of San Diego's 18 Indian reservations.
When that land is taken out from under the county umbrella and put into a reservation,